The views and opinions expressed on Geeks Under the Influence are that of the panelists and not of our sponsors, Amazon.com and TeePublic. Parental discretion is advised.
GUI Nights.
Welcome back to another episode of GUI Nights.
GUI Nights.
How sexy.
Hey, that's different. Nice. Look at that.
Yeah.
I didn't get it. I didn't get the multiple.
I never realized that was how you guys actually did it.
Oh, yeah, we actually do that.
I thought it
Is
was
this
a
your first
sound
Nights?
clip.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
this is the first Nights.
This is not
Like,
yours.
I never realized. I thought
know
it was a
this
sound clip you kept putting
No,
in.
no.
It wasn't first. Well, he did the effect.
Okay.
The intro Nights is put in.
It's
but
just, it's more fun doing it in person, honestly.
yeah.
And also,
That-
when
all the
everybody wants to
background,
join in and be like, nice.
which they do to annoy me.
Yeah.
Okay.
But all right.
Off to a fucking running start here.
Hey.
Broke him in 2 minutes.
Yes. Oh, fuck. So the fuckers that just did all that. We're gonna start. The quiet one was quiet during the intro somewhat. We got Myke Reiser here.
How's
with
it
us.
going?
What's up, man?
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, he's back. And we got first timer breaking the cherry.
Yep.
Jack.
Yep.
What's up, man?
I think you've done a Nights before, but I think it was when we were still doing the
No.
pre-programmed.
The last GUI I was on was for MTV, and that was before Nights premiered.
No, we had Nights on MTV.
Did we?
Yeah, we did, but I think that was
was, like,
before
early.
I started doing Nights live. Yeah, that's when I
that's
put
why
it in
lost
post.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
The voice acting wasn't as good on that sound effect back then.
yeah.
Yeah. And
Needed more
the
practice.
fucker who has to come behind me and echo Nights with his sultry
Coming
voice.
behind you
Yeah.
with a sultry voice.
Yeah.
You got that? Yeah. Yeah. We got Mike the Hobbit Bickett.
We're doing it live.
My co-host on Nights. His co-host on GUI.
Yeah,
you know how that works, guys?
We take
The
turns.
Switch.
Yeah,
We take turns. We actually stop, and then we just like high five, switch, and then we.
it's the podcast version of a reach around. That if you're in charge or not, you're still getting some love.
I thought it was the podcast version of finger cuffs.
finger cuffs. Yeah,
Yeah.
from
Finger
both
cuffs.
sides. Yeah,
Definitely.
that could also work. Yeah.
The podcast is in between.
Yeah.
We just high five and say switch.
And the person that's helping me Eiffel Tower on this podcast here is the sexual chocolate and the runner of this the show co-runs the network. Mr. Lowdown Brown MacGyver is here.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, at first I need to apologize. You had to deal with Scotty P on the last episode.
Scotty was so excited to hear how you felt about him taking your chair for Nights. He was like, let me know what he says. He just excited because I think he was trying to piss you off a little bit with this.
He really didn't. I was kind of editing it like, oh, so that's not a piss off. It's more just like a,
Yeah.
oh. For future reference, Scotty, you just tried too hard, which basically means you failed. Anyway. Oh. Dun-dun-dun. Yeah. Hey, man, I gotta be honest.
So GUI Nights is like gloves off kind of.
Yeah, pretty
dealing
much.
with
Yeah.
So back in the original, you weren't on any of the original where they went 2 fucking plus hours.
Ooh,
But
yeah, no.
there's a big chunk of the last half that was just insanity.
Yeah.
But it made sense to kind of moving forward with GUI to kind of split that up, and that gave us and keeps us with the weaker releases. So
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's like
I
you
do
take-
appreciate.
You take 1 week off and Scotty covers for you and just like, well, shitting on your face.
Never again.
Yeah, I kind of like straddled his face
Yeah.
with my asshole over his mouth and just
Yeah.
took shit. That's what I did.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
in all seriousness, guys, Scotty did a great job hosting the show. Even though he was trying to piss me off, he didn't. So that's why I meant when I said he failed at pissing me off.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
He didn't fail at hosting.
Have you ever wondered if this entire podcasting network is not just a giant psyop to get under your skin?
No, because I wouldn't have joined it. It wasn't at the beginning because I wouldn't
like
have joined
the
it.
fucking podcast Truman Show where we're just like actors
Yeah,
here to...
totally. That would be very no.
If that were the case, I would have been consulted a lot sooner.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. No, Scotty did a great job. Thanks for stepping in. We greatly appreciate it. It was a fun episode. It was. There was a lot of it was a very because like not every episode feels as free flowing as we would like
sure.
it.
Yeah.
That episode was one of the ones that felt very Nights. I will give it that. So, yeah. I was
that
just
went off
fucking
the
with you,
rails.
Scotty. Apparently everyone's getting all butthurt.
The last one definitely went off the rails, like pretty much on second, like 8 of
Yeah,
the
and
show.
that's nice, and not
Yeah,
every
yeah.
episode because it's not there. You can't force that shit. It just doesn't happen, you know. This episode's kind of going that route. We'll see.
I don't know. This is a lot of inside baseball for podcast enthusiasts.
Yes,
It is.
for all those people that are just like, man, how do you make the fucking sausage of, like, you know, I've always wanted to see it behind the scenes on Joe Rogan, so the next best thing is fucking GUI.
That's totally not
not the
even.
same
No,
at
that's totally
all.
not the same thing. We actually do our own work. Anyway.
Yeah, we actually do our own engineering. Also,
and editing.
significantly less DMT.
Yeah, I was about to say, no one has a 4-foot-long spliff
Did
in
you
here.
mean DTM?
Or DTM,
Dick
whatever.
to mouth?
Yeah.
Oh!
No, that we do way more of here.
Sorry, I'm shit all over Joe Rogan like I don't listen to him periodically,
Yeah.
depending on who the guest is.
No, DMT is the weird, like, psychoactive drug thing that he does, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's his
Okay.
signature thing.
Yeah. He's like, oh, do
that's the
DMT
meme.
because I'm cool.
DMT is like it's like robo tripping, but clean. I guess he gets the clean version of it.
Oh, see, no, I've done robo tripping. I mean, I was a teenager at
What is?
some
Yeah,
point.
but what is DMT? Isn't it like
wrong
something
with
that's
you?
found in like? I thought that was like something that was found in cough syrup, dextromethorphan or whatever the fuck it's called. But he probably gets the clean version. We don't have to chug like a gallon of fucking tussin.
I want footage of Joe Rogan chugging Robitussin. Like, I want that in my life.
That would be so sweet.
Just like instead of the Ben Affleck just like dejected smoking a cigarette meme, it's just Joe Rogan in his backyard, like sunning, just chugging a bottle of Robitussin.
We can arrange that. I'll fly to Texas and sneeze on him.
Get some drone shots of him like laying out, getting some sun in his backyard with just like 4 bottles of Robitussin on the side table next to his fucking chair.
While
yeah.
he's mainlining pre-workout.
It's
Yeah, right.
dimethyltryptamine. Dimethyltryptamine.
The spirit molecule.
It's
yeah.
turkey
Oh
plus.
yeah, he calls it some weird shit like that. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
concentrated turkey juice.
It's a hallucinogenic drug. So
Cool. Well, that's fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's
Yeah.
number 1 on Spotify.
Join us on the next GUI Nights where we all take ayahuasca and poop ourselves as if we were M.O.D.O.K.
No, we're just gonna do Family Guy and just take.
I thought we were just
Epicat.
going to eat a shit ton of lasagna and shit ourselves.
That's more my brand.
On the
honestly.
toilet.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like shitting myself. I don't like shitting myself.
Well,
myself.
like if you're on the toilet while you're doing it, like
you're not shitting yourself.
exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I do like a nice like leisurely poo from time to time. You know, where you have the time, you're not in a rush. You're not.
All poos are leisurely.
Unless
Should
you're
be.
M.O.D.O.K. and
No.
you've got a tube up your ass
They
the
are
entire time.
No, I don't give a fuck, dude.
So wait,
I don't poo unless it's leisurely. I will hold that shit until it's a leisurely poo because that is a waste of a good quality time with yourself.
I'm just saying, it's like with M.O.D.O.K, it's like he's in the can, right? And he's on the toilet. But we've seen his body when he was laying in bed with his wife. So we know that he doesn't take up the entire space inside the can. So that means there has
That's his
to
head.
be movement. There has to be like some kind of tunneling or like space between his ass and the exit from the suit to get into the toilet.
Truth.
So, is it a tank system? Is it a pipe?
It's like
Does
an
he have a
RV.
tube
It's like
up
an
his
RV.
ass?
He's got he shits into
Yeah.
a big tank that you have to empty. You got like a level indicator.
Okay.
You know.
So that means he's emptying his tank while refilling the tank while on the toilet eating the child-sized platter
I
party
feel like
platter
there's
with lasagna.
a mechanized colonic system that he's working there that like it's pumping in water to like enemize his interiors, and then it's just getting sent out a separate tube.
Okay.
And then it's flushed with new fluid. So if anything, there's probably like a squirt gun, just like a little plastic spout that he pops open and then refills in the fucking faucet in the bathroom after he's done.
So if he's like so comfortable doing this in the suit, emptying out the tank and refilling it at the same time while eating the lasagna, does he like have any sense of like holding it in anymore? And is that a problem when he's in bed with his wife?
Oh, he definitely shits himself when he comes. Like, there's no doubt in my
If
mind.
it's like diarrhea, yeah, it's just like liquid out of your ass. Like, oh god, oh that's
Like,
horrible.
And his
all learned-
robot wife was into it.
Oh, super into it.
And
Yeah.
He's like, eat that spoiled salami, baby.
Ugh.
Into
So for those listening, this episode is recorded after our M.O.D.O.K episode. If you haven't picked up on that, we're already talking about his diarrhea, which again trope over every episode.
Every single one.
Oh, we got to revamp that song for M.O.D.O.K. If you're sitting in your can and you, I don't know.
after.
Come on, let's on the spot. Let's do this.
When you're sitting on your can after fighting Iron Man, diarrhea.
There you go. When you're sitting in your can after fighting Iron Man, diarrhea. Dude, that is it.
Yeah.
Yes, nice. Nice. Oh, sorry. I had a little 80s flashback there.
Oh.
Was that early 90s?
When you're kicked out of your home and you're feeling so alone, diarrhea.
Oh.
When you're eating your lasagna and it's all on you.
Diarrhea. Yeah. Fair. He eats with his hands. It's like, where's my fingertips? It's like, I know, you eat with your hands. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Good God.
Christ.
What is a diaper full of egg foo young?
When you got sold out to grumble and you feel your stomach rumble, diarrhea.
Yes! Oh!
That was a good one.
Well done.
That was good.
That's what I'm talking about. I knew you would come up with it. That's why I was like, dude, do it. Yeah. Give it to me. Oh man, because it's like, but like when he's young, the anomaly was telling him about all the ways he died on the toilet. That was like the most deaths. Yeah. The most deaths happened on the toilet.
To be fair, I feel like in most multiverses of all of us, there are a number of versions of us that dies on the toilet. The number of loaves I pinched that have been like a risky maneuver where I'm just pushing a little too hard.
I think we just have fundamentally different lives.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't. I mean, I've had some rough ones, but also like I never felt like I was gonna have a fucking heart attack.
No, I mean I wasn't just like, oh fuck, like it's happening. But I mean, there's been moments where you're kind of dried out. It's during the summer, like you're dehydrated, like you've got like a big one pushing through, and there's not a whole lot of juice behind it, and you're pushing real hard.
Juice.
I mean, I think we're all getting to that age where we start to realize we're like not young anymore. Because I definitely had a moment the other morning where I stretched and I felt something pop in my left arm, and I felt it in my chest. I'm like, oh, this is it. This is how I go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I definitely can identify with that enormous log thing because it's not going to like cause your heart to explode or to have an aneurysm, but a prolapse is a very real worry, especially as we age. And that'd be a bad way to go.
Well, it sounds like, I mean, from what I've heard from a lot of people, it sounds like y'all motherfuckers should drink more fucking water.
Yeah, I mean, we could take care of our bodies, but we're not going to.
Yeah, also,
you three won't. Like, I don't take great care of my body, but I drink a fuck ton of water, so I'm generally always hydrated.
Bitch, you've known me for 20 years. You know how much I sweat.
Which is
doesn't matter.
So drink more water and eat more salt.
I have a fucking 32-ounce bottle of water that I drink 8 times a fucking day.
I'm
how are
looking
you
around,
dehydrated? Because you've seen me sweat.
I'm looking around the table right now, and I'm realizing that the only person who actually has a bottle of water on the table
is Reiser. Reiser.
The scrawniest.
Mine's out in the truck, though.
Yeah.
Mine's out in the truck. Yeah. And I got a giant container of electrolyte powder at work because I sweat so much at work.
I mean,
it's
I
like,
do the
but
same
no, it's
thing.
like you gotta stay hydrated. I think like M.O.D.O.K, you never see M.O.D.O.K drink water at all.
Oh no.
Like he's just eating lasagna and shitting.
That was the other moment that I was like laughing my ass off about was the portal scene where he's dumping the milk into the portal that goes in. No, the portal that's going to his stomach.
Yeah,
and he eats and he pukes onto Gary, and then Gary's like, I'm gonna puke, and he goes right to M.O.D.O.K's stomach portal.
That fucked me up so hard because that means he just puked into M.O.D.O.K's stomach.
Yeah, that's what that means.
That's why it's funny.
No, like I had to pause it at that moment because the realization of what just happened was so grisly that I needed a moment to just fucking process what just happened.
And that's where we differ. See, you put yourself in the position of being M.O.D.O.K. I put myself in the position of being Monica, standing right there next to it and laughing my ass
That shit was
off.
hilarious. Like, you just puked in the M.O.D.O.K stomach. It's so good. No, not in there. So good. Yeah, because you hear more like, no. Nope. Right into the fucking credits. Beautiful. Beautiful.
That was truly.
So if they had more of those moments going into season 2, then like it would
that
be
was
a
goal.
whole different show, I think.
Yeah.
They didn't like for the comedy aspect, because if you just had that, but across all the episodes, it would have felt more of a comedy, even with what was going on.
Right.
You know?
I mean, you can definitely do comedy with some serious dramatic moments in it. I think
Totally.
we've
Most of the best comedies have that.
exactly.
You like that moment in The Jerk where Steve Martin is leaving, like, I don't care. And he's like, I just need this chair. I don't care. Really sad, heartfelt moment.
It is really sad.
But at the same time, I'm laughing the entire time that it's like, oh, bud.
Yeah, but it is really sad, though.
You know,
it's
it
so
is.
sad.
Whatever happened to Steve Martin? I haven't seen it.
I don't know, dude. He was posting a lot of videos just playing the banjo out in nature during COVID, and it was a beautiful
Right?
thing.
Yeah, he's pretty much retired from like doing much acting stuff, and
He
now
tours with Martin Short, though.
he tours with Martin Short, and then he plays with his fucking bluegrass band. He's just
and
living his best
love it.
fucking
Like
life.
I'm not
awesome.
angry about that. I'm missing him
Yeah.
in movies.
Yeah,
So he
you
was
know?
supposed. The tour with Martin Short was supposed to come through Richmond last year, of course,
Right.
2020.
Yeah,
So, but like, I definitely plan on going to see those two fucks on a tour
Absolutely.
together. Like, oh, that's gotta be that's gonna be great.
I'm getting the feeling that Steve Martin's pretty much done with movies
yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Look what he did at the end of his career. He did a movie with like Queen Latifah and
Yeah.
like, I mean,
Yeah, it was way past his
Yeah.
Roxanne and freaking The Jerk and all that.
Roxanne was one of his actually last like solid good ones.
Oh, that was a beautiful
that was the
movie.
90s.
That was a beautiful movie.
You know, like when he got into 2000, I think he was pretty much done. Like he did Cheaper by the
Cheaper by the Dozen. Yeah.
Was that him or Dennis Quaid? Which one?
No,
Dennis
that was him.
Okay, Dennis Quaid did another one with a bunch of kids. Anyway, like I was like, Like Father of the Bride was okay. That was 90s.
Father of the
1
Bride
and
was
2,
great.
you
Yeah,
know,
Late
like,
90s, yeah.
Martin Short was in there, of course. You know, that was
Well, speaking of Martin Short and Steve Martin, fucking one of my favorite Steve Martin movies of all time, Three Amigos.
oh yeah,
Is fucking
That was
Classic.
80s. That was going
Classic,
back.
yeah.
That's going back to like prime. You know,
Yeah.
The Jerk, 80s.
Yeah, but also you got to remember L.A. Story, so not all of them were fucking bangers back then. Like there were,
Go to sleep.
yeah. I also feel like I don't know if you've had the chance to check out the movie with. It's not Steve Martin, but I feel like it's definitely similar to the end of Steve Martin being in movies. Is Bill Murray? Is that he was in a movie recently with Rashida Jones from Parks and Recs and a million other things.
Yeah.
Where that's his daughter, and he's like this party grandpa that just like has never settled down.
I saw the trailer for that, but I have not watched it.
It's just fucking depressing. It's not even funny. Like,
Really?
yeah.
Is
It's
Bill
not-
Murray hit it finally?
I think. Well, then there was the Rock the Casbah movie that was not only not that funny, but it was also like so deeply tone deaf about the struggles in the Middle East that it wasn't to the point where like I don't think he was getting canceled, but it just was not the time for like, oh, all it takes for the Middle East to like stop worrying about burqas and have women have rights and stuff is Bill Murray to show up and be like, no, but she can sing, so it's cool. She's on a show now. Like it's very, very tone deaf. Yeah, it's. And that's not even like a political view thing. Like it's watching and it's like nails on a fucking chalkboard moments a little bit with it, where it just fucking.
I don't really
Oh.
pick it. I haven't watched it, so I gotta.
I think that puts the whole M.O.D.O.K thing in perspective.
Yeah.
No, I haven't watched it. I'd have to like watch it to get an idea of what you're talking about.
Well, it's the basic gist is he's like a former record producer that hasn't done much in a while, and he ends up like following like a new hopeful singer on a like USO tour to the Middle East, and like following along, trying to get a record done and stuff. It ends up getting like summarily dismissed from her career because he's a fuck up. He's like a has been. And then he ends up just by circumstance running across this like very, very, very traditional like Middle Eastern woman that is like wearing a burqa and like has like the full on like traditional values that wants to sing, and he overhears her singing in a cave, and he's like, you could be a star, and she's like, no, I like literally cannot.
When you say hear her singing in a cave,
Like literally, that's
dear
no, that's not
God.
me being like making up some fucking like very tone deaf shit. No, that's the tone deaf shit from the movie.
oh God, no.
Does she
Yeah.
live in the cave?
No, that's where she goes to sing because her family won't let her
To
sing.
be away so she could sing.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff that happens in that movie that is just like, oh, it's a lot. So
Oh, you're laughing about it now. I'm just saying.
laugh about it now.
You're there's a smile on your face. When
Oh
you're
no,
talking
I'm
about
laughing about it now because it's one of those like, oh wow, that's like laughing at just how wildly
Like watching a train wreck and you actually seeing the bodies getting like just decimated across the road.
like
and
that
you're
80s movies where the kid wore blackface to get a minority scholarship to Harvard. You know, like that's the level. Like, no, it's not quite that bad, but it's
that's ooh.
It's like laughing at the void.
It's a movie that it's a movie that came out in the 80s, so I'm like, okay, I can watch that and I understand. But like, if you were to make a movie now,
and I think that's what Hobbit's saying.
Now I understand what you're saying. I wasn't fully understanding what you meant. Like,
it's like watching an episode of All in the Family and being like,
yeah, no one realizes that George Jefferson and that dude were racist as fuck.
Oh, so racist.
George Jefferson was a racist ass black dude. He's racist as shit.
Moving on up.
Yeah. You gotta have the shake in your voice. Moving
Finally
on
got
up.
a piece of pie.
See, I feel like Bill Murray has definitely reached that point where I've seen, what is it, St. Vincent, I think.
I liked that one.
I did like that one too, but it was just liked it. Like it didn't like blow me away or anything. I feel Bill Murray is definitely on the tail end for me where he's done enough. It's that like that'll do pig moment where it's like just
just cameo, dude.
Or the Tony Stark was like, "It's okay, you can rest. We're safe." You know, like he's delivered us in comedy.
I'm starting to kind of worry about like those finding that point with the comedians that I like because I love Patton Oswalt as a comedian. Like I love watching his stuff, and he kind of like scaled back about how many shows he's been doing, especially after his wife. Like I again, I completely understand.
Oh yeah, no, like I like the fact he did like a tour. He had a tour lined up, and he ended up just doing it. But like, they talk about how like he was just
like you can feel a different moment for him.
Like, I mean, that was his. I mean, because he talks about her lovingly in his earlier sets. You know, like in his early stuff about how she is like the greatest fucking thing. Like. Walks on water, you know. He fucking loved his wife.
Oh yeah,
and like, but he does bring in like in between the jokes and in some of his newer stuff right after that happened about dealing with loss and kind of all that. So he does incorporate it a little bit.
That stand-up bit, like the fact that he was able to talk for 20 minutes about like finding out that his wife died and then how he told his daughter.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
I mean, like fucking blubber crying level. And then that wasn't the end because that's not how you end a fucking show. But he somehow found a way back to getting the crowd to laugh at jokes after all that shit.
And I was thinking about the exact same thing. He actually goes into that and then he like that is.
Yeah.
And you know, like how much of that is leaking into his writing for Head Games and for this show, because Head Games is all about M.O.D.O.K having like problems distinguishing reality about having a family or not.
Yeah.
And then this show is completely dedicated to him losing a woman based off of his inability to like focus on his family at all.
Deal with his regrets that maybe he didn't do everything he could while.
Now it's about the feels, right?
Okay.
I can't fucking deal with this shit.
It's getting fucking depressing on GUI Nights. Jesus Christ. Fuck you, Jack. Damn it.
This is for dick jokes, not feelings.
I mean,
dick jokes and flagellants and
like it's
diarrhea.
all about the diarrhea. Like the show is completely about the
shitting in the suit. And what I got to know is like he has sex on the show. Who holds his head up for him?
Ooh. Well done.
God.
Yeah, we need to talk about that.
Also,
how does he fuck? How is that?
The size of his body versus his head, even if he was on bottom and she's riding him, which would not be difficult because he's got like a fucking toothpick body.
Yeah.
But also, his head would be at like a 45-degree angle because of how big it is. So he'd be like basically...
No,
like,
you get one of those like
chin
position
on
pillows.
chest.
Yeah, he'd need one of those wedge pillows that people usually use to get the legs up just for the head so he can watch.
Like he gets those like positioner pillows like specifically so he can have sex like in the like cowgirl position and without straining his neck.
That's big juicy butts.
I think
exactly.
M.O.D.O.K definitely has one of those like adjustable beds that
she's definitely got grinding with
just
that
like
shit.
Oh yeah,
like a sleep number bed with the adjustable like.
But no,
number 5.
My number is negative 14 is my number. Like,
It's
like, this
now
is-
he's level. He's just like
right,
level.
yeah,
at this point.
Negative 5 is for sleeping. Negative 14 is for the sexy.
for the wife straddles him, and her legs just like sink into the bed.
Oh God.
So he didn't have to even thrust up. It's just she just slowly lowers on his tiny little.
It goes
fucking,
to say either they had a lot of sex or he got her pregnant after the first time they had sex, and then as soon as she got home from the hospital, they had sex and immediately got pregnant because that happens all the time,
he
right?
had to have built an apparatus.
You think?
I mean, he was already in the suit when they got pregnant with their first kid because we see the moment where she tells him, it's like, I'm pregnant. That's why they didn't
He's
go
like
to
holding
the
the gun to his
concert.
head. All this shit.
Yes.
That was
Dramatic.
fucking rough, dude. I'm like, whoa.
It's like, Jesus.
I think before he had the buzzsaw blades that popped out, those were actually, they were basically like dildo versions of a gas pump with just his cum. Like that.
Oh, Jesus.
Just popped out.
He's like holding it at proper temperature.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
All right.
That means he's trying to get her pregnant. And why would he be freaking out
all right.
when she did?
All right.
Maybe he's just really into cream pies. Like he's just.
I mean, I can understand that.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
saying
yeah.
that's
I
a
get the
long
cream pie
way
thing,
to
but That's a
go.
lot of. Yeah. All right. That's it. All right. That's it. Got everyone. We're done. We
mechanized
M.O.D.O.K
organism designed only for coming.
Cream pie.
cream pie.
Yes.
Designed only
Mechanized
for cream
organism
pie.
designed only for cream pie.
All right.
That's what he that's what he whispers right before he orgasms. Like,
We
we
are-
designed for cream pie.
So we're sending
Sounds
we're
okay.
sending the link to this to Pat and Oswald directly, right?
Seriously, can we like
Someone
Twitter or
tweeted at him.
something?
Yep.
Like do
Yeah.
something. Tag him on this.
We absolutely. He needs to hear this degeneracy.
Fuck. All right. That's it. That's it for GUI Nights. We're done. I hope we left every hole full. Yeah.
Ripping.
Good night. Go the fuck home.
GUI Nights.
GUIPodcast.com.
Coming straight from the mouths of madness, I'm Lowdown.
I'm FU Hunter.
Do you love horror?
We fucking do.
So this is a podcast dedicated to all things in cinematic horror. We're talking movies, television, composers, special effects artists. We're gonna fucking cover it.
So if you love horror,
Embrace the madness.
In a world ravaged by movie studios that keep rehashing the same things, only one podcaster has the guts to make it even worse. Join Myke the Hobbit as he traverses the internet to bring you some of the best and worst ideas for reboots, remakes, and reimaginings of some of your favorite and least favorite TV and film properties. Ideas like a John Waters He-Man movie, Fantastic Four the musical, and Aliens, done entirely with marionettes. What podcast would bring this evil upon the world? This is Smack My Pitch Up. Available anywhere you get your podcasts.
Hey guys, Scotty Big Daddy Preston here. That's right, the Geek Father, asking you to join me here every other week with friends and family of the GUI Network as we go through all the trials and tribulations of being a geeky parent. So remember, join us or cry.
My name is Amy Bogard,
And I'm Myke the Hobbit.
and we are the hosts of Deeply Upsetting, where we use our expertise to answer your most upsetting hypothetical quandaries, such as what non-winged animal deserves wings?
And what body part deserves a secret mouth?
Which cryptid is the worst roommate?
These questions and more that plague you will be answered on Deeply Upsetting, available anywhere you get your podcasts and at GUIPodcast.com.